Good afternoon, first-time home buyers. Today I'm talking about first-time home buyer down payment assistance programs. I understand there's a lot of confusion in the market about how these programs work. So today I'm going to clear all that up for you, and I'm going to do it right now. My name is Dan Serlinjak, and I'm a realtor with eXp Realty right here in Coral Springs, Florida. And if this is your first time to my channel, please consider subscribing. I upload new videos every Tuesday, and they are packed full of valuable information for first-time home buyers as well as traditional buyers and sellers. So the first thing I'd like to do is dispel some myths that I've heard about first-time homebuyer programs. So the first thing I hear all the time is that first-time homebuyer programs are for people with bad credit. Now this simply is not true. While it is true that we can help people who are credit challenged, it's not only for people with bad credit. Actually, in 2019, the average score for consumers using down payment assistance programs was 704. It's a long shot from bad credit. Okay, another myth I frequently hear is that down payment assistance programs are only for low-income borrowers. This simply is not true. We actually have some programs where income limits are all the way up to $133,000. Okay, another one is that down payment assistance programs take forever to close. Now, while it might be true that maybe an extra day or two here or there to get around some of the requirements of the program, typically down payment assistance programs close in just about the same time frame window as traditional conventional loans. And lastly, I hear this one frequently is that down payment assistance housing, you can only buy low-grade housing and condos with these programs. That simply is not true. Would it surprise you to find out that in Broward County there are some programs that allow purchase prices up to $405,000? Well, that is the truth. There are programs here in Broward County that allow you to buy homes over $400,000. There's new construction communities where they've been approved for these programs. So that is absolutely not the case. You can buy some beautiful homes with down payment assistance programs. Okay, so you're probably wondering, where in the world do these programs come from? Who administers these things? Well, there's kind of two answers to that question. The state and federal programs are administered through a company called Florida Housing Finance Corporation. They're located in Tallahassee, Florida. They handle both state and federal programs. There is also a local program called the SHIP program, and it is administered through your local city. So I'm here in Coral Springs. There will be an administrator here in Coral Springs who handles the SHIP program in Coral Springs. An important differentiation between the two is that the SHIP program is a local program, but it also runs out of money. There will come a time during the year when the SHIP program is done, and it'll have to wait until the next year before you can take advantage of those programs, whereas the state and federal programs administered through Florida Finance Corporation, those never run out of funding. They are continually funded. The funds are always available. Moving on to the process. So you're probably thinking, okay, what do I do? How do I get started? What's the process? So here's what's going to happen. First thing you need to do is you need to take a home buyer education course. Florida Housing offers lots of options for this. You can contact me by cell, text, email. I'll send you out your options for the home buyer education course. Step number 2 is you need to get pre-qualified through a approved lender. Florida Housing has a list of approved lenders. There's about 250 of them on that list. We've got plenty of options to get you an approved lender. Third step in the process is that lender will go ahead and originate the loan. That means that they will process the loan, they will get information that they need from you, they'll get the wheels turning, and they will process the loan. Now after that, the fourth step is the lender is going to close the loan, and then the lender will submit that loan to U.S. Bank. So U.S. Bank is going to purchase the loan that the lender originated, because U.S. Bank is the person that's actually going to service that loan. So after the loan closes, after the lender gives it to U.S. Bank lastly will buy that loan from the lender, and they will service that loan for the life of the loan. Now that may have sounded like a lot of steps, but if you break it down to the simplest items on the list, basically for you, it's take the homebuyer education course, use an approved lender through Florida Housing to originate the loan, and then once that loan is closed, it's going to go to US Bank, who will service the loan. You'll simply make your payments to US Bank. Okay, next on the hit list is buyer requirements. There are going to be some requirements. First one is you must be a first-time home buyer. There are some exceptions for veterans, but for most people, it's got to be your first home. Second requirement is that there's going to be some income and house purchase price requirements. Can't be a millionaire, hoping to get a little bit of extra help with down payment, and you can't be, shooting for the McMansion on your first home, right? There's going to be some limitations there. Thirdly, you must be able to qualify for a mortgage. Even though we work with some lenders that have some great programs, you still, at the end of the day, have to be able to qualify for a mortgage. And lastly, we already talked about it, you must complete the homebuyer education course. I know right now the credit score that our lenders are looking for, they won't go below, is 640. So that's the magic number right now. If you're below 640, there are some great programs available for you. I've seen people get turned around in a couple months. Sometimes it takes a little bit more, but if you fall under that category, message me. I'll get you the details so that we can get you above 640 and get you on the path to home ownership. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's talk about the actual program. So the way that these down payment assistance programs work is it's actually 2 loans. Okay, so you're gonna have a first mortgage and you're gonna have a second mortgage on any property that you purchase under these programs. So the first mortgage covers the home. The second mortgage is gonna cover your down payment and any closing costs that go along with that. Okay, let's break this off into an easy to understand example. Let's imagine that we're purchasing a home for $250,000. And this loan requires a 3% down payment. So 3% of $250,000 is $7,500. So this loan is going to require a $7,500 down payment. So we're going to break those two figures off. So the first loan is now going to be $242,000, and your second loan is going to be $7,500. So this is your down payment assistance loan, and this is your first mortgage. First mortgage, second mortgage. There are some programs that offer up to $10,000, so you could take $7,500 for down payment, and in that second mortgage, you could also have an additional amount of money for closing costs and things like that. So that's basically, in a nutshell, that's how this will work. So there you have it. There's the very basics about first-time homebuyer programs and how you can at least take the first steps to get involved. There's a lot more to learn, a lot more to know. Please use Florida Housing's website as a resource. I've included them in the description. They've got a great first-time homebuyer wizard that you can go through, learn about the programs. It'll give you some really great information. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you liked what you saw today, please consider liking my video. It helps me so much. Also comment if you have anything that you'd like to include about first-time homebuyer programs. I'd love to hear about it. My viewers would love to hear about it too. If you have any additional questions, please put them in the comments. I'll get right back to you, try and get you the answers that you need for these programs. So thanks again for stopping by. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. All the best.